About 4,000 years ago, chaos erupted. Monstrous beings let out terrifying screams as a surge of power tore through them, ripping everything apart in its path. Surrounded by terrifying creatures, the mage doesn't even flinch. His presence alone makes the monsters hesitate. The beasts charge forward, their eyes burning with bloodlust, ready to tear him apart. But with a single wave of his hand, a massive surge of magic erupts, crashing down and wiping them out in an instant. His eyes glow with pure power. You can tell he's about to end this fight in style. A massive ice dragon tears through the battlefield, smashing the monsters like they're nothing. And just like that, the ground is littered with fallen enemies, while he stands untouched at the center. The demons freeze, shocked that a mere human is standing against them. One of them growls, "What exactly are you?" He steps forward, power crackling beneath his feet, and says, "Haven't you heard of me? The apostle of justice who fights against the horde of evil that plunged the world into chaos." Then, with absolute confidence, he declares, "That's me, humanity's strongest 9-star great mage, Lucas Trauman." The demons scoff, furious that a human dares to challenge them. But he just smirks. What an outdated mindset. Then he adds, "When someone like me achieves everything he ever dreamed of, he starts thinking about helping the world." With a confident grin, he delivers the punchline. It's called volunteering. The demons laugh, mocking him. A petty human thinks he can win against us. But their laughter dies the moment a massive magic circle lights up behind him, radiating overwhelming power. With a calm smile, he raises his hand and says, "That's what I think. Am I wrong?" He unleashes a devastating blast, flames tearing through everything in his path. The battlefield is left in ruins, demons crushed and powerless as he descends from above. With a sharp gaze, he declares, "Humans aren't as weak as you think." A mysterious voice echoes, "Your ego is quite extreme, Lucas Trauman." Suddenly, a strange force engulfs him, pulling him into a massive circle of light. Caught off guard, he struggles and shouts, "What the?" as the power drags him in. Lucas cries out in pain as the strange force completely engulfs him. From within the light, a hooded figure appears, declaring, "We are the laws of this world, the existence that manages chaos." The figure steps forward, its face hidden in shadows. "We are what you humans worship and applaud as God, a demigod." Lucas fires back without hesitation. "I've never applauded nor praised you." The demigod warns him that his actions disturbing the laws of the world will no longer be tolerated. Lucas bursts into laughter. "Order and laws?" He shouts in defiance, "Don't make me laugh. If those laws really worked, would the world be in this mess?" The demigod glares down, mocking, "Your skills may have surpassed humans, but in the end, a human is still just a human." Lucas's eyes widen, realizing the danger. In a flash, the demigod's massive hand crushes him in its grip. Lucas screams, "ARGH!" Lucas struggles in the demigod's grasp. I can't gather any mana." The voice echoes coldly. "The sin of opposing God, a power never permitted to humans." A blinding light surges as the demigod declares, "A deadly sin." The demigod's voice turns chilling. "Return to the void. Befriend eternal suffering. Regret your very existence." He tightens his grip around Lucas. "What befalls the humans who dare defy God is my punishment." Boom! Dude gets launched straight through a brick wall like he's in a live-action physics test. Somebody just got ragdolled into the present day. Cut to a group of wannabe thugs flexing like they own the streets. One of them mocks him, acting like a few bucks is an insult to their pride. Bro thinks he's above poverty with that budget school uniform. And just to twist the knife deeper, they throw shade at his family too. Third son of the great Blake House? Man's out here looking broke and busted. This guy pulls up with the most backhanded diss ever. Like, what's the point of being the third son if you're just straight up trash? Bro didn't even sugarcoat it. And then he goes for the fake love routine. Hits him with a, but I like you the way you are, while smacking his head like he's some pet. Straight disrespect. Meanwhile, the other two clowns in the back are just piling on. One's laughing like it's open mic night, and the other's watching like it's his daily entertainment. They're calling him the worst student in the academy and the family's biggest disgrace. Bro grabs his hair like he's trying to rip his thoughts out and says, "You don't die." Cold. No sympathy. Just straight up psychological damage. Then he leans in with the fakest empathy ever and goes, "If I were you, I would have dipped from this world ages ago." Yeah, that's not just a roast, that's emotional murder. Meanwhile, the MC's just holding it together, hand on head, tears mixing with blood, but his eyes? That look says, "You think I'm done? I haven't even started yet." While the others are still talking trash, the orange-haired guy suddenly gets serious, like he knows something's off. And just as he's about to drop another twisted line, boom, he flashes that smug little grin. You know something's coming. But before he can even finish his sentence, BAM! Logan headbutts him clean across the face. No warning, no mercy. Tables just flipped. Ask ChatGPT. This dude straight up admits he enjoys punching him over and over again, like it's a stress relief or something. Pure sadist energy. And he's not bluffing. Bro's on top, going full MMA mode while the others just watch like it's free entertainment. No mercy. He grabs his hair and slams his head down again. That ain't a fight. It's straight up one-sided torture. Bro literally yeets him toward the big guy like he's handing off a punching bag. No mercy, just pure disrespect. And boom, dude takes a full-body punch to the gut from Mr. Tank mode. That impact probably broke his soul and half his ribs. Now it's just a beatdown. Both of them go full WWE, stomping him like he insulted their whole bloodline. Zero chill. These two bullies just hovering over him like it's comedy hour, laughing at the wreck they made. Our guy's face is on the floor, bloody and broken. He's hanging on, but barely conscious. He's trying to move, barely whispering for them to stop, but his voice is weak, body shaking. No one's listening. Ask ChatGPT. He slams Logan's head into the ground with no mercy, then stands over him like he owns the place, throwing in a casual threat about class tomorrow. And just to top it off, he smirks and reminds Logan, yeah, they're partners now. Logan's on the ground, bruised and helpless. That smug dude leans over and says, "Don't worry, I'll be gentle, like this isn't the most twisted bullying session ever." Now he's just flexing, foot on Logan's chest, promising tomorrow's gonna be unforgettable in the worst way possible. Bro literally says Logan won't be walking right ever again. And boom, impact. Something just dropped or hit hard. You can feel the shift coming. The bullies walk off casually after beating him down, tossing in one last mocking warning like it's some friendly advice. Meanwhile, the MC's hand trembles as he plants it on the ground. He's not out yet. That rage is building. His fist clenches tight. He's not done. Not even close. Logan's body's wrecked, but his will? Still burning. He's lying there bleeding, groaning, but something snaps inside. He's had enough. He's done being the punching bag. And just like that, boom, Logan's resolve hits. He wants power. Not tomorrow. Not later. Now. Then, from the shadows, a mysterious figure appears. Someone, or something, has been watching. And it looks like things are about to change. Fast. Bro's body is literally getting touched by these eerie shadow hands. But instead of freaking out, he's just calmly like, did I just hear something? He's still in a daze. But now those creepy hands are all over his face like they're trying to wake him up or pull him into something darker. His expression shifts. The fear's gone. He's locked in, starting to realize this might be his turning point. The dude's surrounded by chaos, questioning if he just imagined all that madness. But he brushes it off like whatever. Then boom, a whole different aura appears. Some god-tier figure steps out, eyes crackling, energy flaring, and he just says, "Guess it's about time I go completely insane." Something's awakening, and it's not friendly. Bro's been trapped in the dark for who knows how long. He's straight up wondering if it's been centuries or thousands of years. Time doesn't even make sense anymore. He lets out a deadpan sigh like, damn, this again? That look says it all. He's tired, but something inside is waking up. We shift to a dystopian wasteland. Everything's wrecked, and the sky's screaming apocalypse. He's questioning if this fear he's feeling is even real or just the aftermath of messing with something divine. Bro's completely shattered. For the first time, he's realizing just how weak he's been. And that inner voice? It's not a hallucination anymore. It's the truth hitting hard. Cut to this dude. He's confused, like he just heard something that doesn't make sense. Reality check just slapped him. And boom, Pops, sitting all high and mighty on the throne, just coldly tells his own son to disappear from his life. No emotion, just straight exile energy. The father drops the final blow. He's done pretending. He can't ignore how much shame the boys brought on the family. The son's just frozen. He doesn't even know how to react. The words hit harder than any punch. And now his head drops. That's the look of someone who just got emotionally wrecked, holding it all in, but barely. Logan, crushed under the weight of judgment, asks the one question he's never dared to say out loud. Is it really a sin to be weak? His father slams back with cold fury. Enough. The conversation ends before it begins. That question isn't even allowed in this house. And then comes the brutal truth. If you can't become stronger, you're not even welcome in the Blake family. No mercy, no second chances, just strength or exile. Fry hears his own name, but there's no warmth in it, just cold rejection. His father lays it out. Fry never existed in his life, and he never will. Tears stream down Frey's face as his father walks away, leaving him completely shattered. Fry heads back home. Quiet streets, gloomy sky. Inside, it's all books, papers, and magic circles. This guy's clearly been grinding in silence. On his desk, a half-finished letter and an old photo. The vibes scream isolation and regret. This man's about to change everything. Fry stands frozen, silently staring at the bottle in his hands. His thoughts spiral. He's actually considering ending it all. The bottle shakes in his grip, showing just how close he is to the edge. He's holding the bottle, hands trembling, and realizes death's not just a word. It's real, and it's terrifying. Suddenly, the mysterious entity clutches him again, dragging his soul into something unknown. And with that touch, his mind gets hit with one message: doubt everything and keep doubting. This shadowy figure just drops the ultimate existential bomb, telling him that one day, he'll even question his own existence. Our guy's done. He yells, "Shut up," snapping hard after all the psychological torment. Now he's losing it. He mocks the very idea of God, order, and laws, calling the world straight-up nonsense and chaos. He's rejecting everything that ever defined him. Fry finally snaps. He's been drowning in hopelessness, but now everything clicks. He realizes the world's messed up, twisted beyond reason, and he knows exactly who's behind it. And that's when his will hardens. No more giving up. No more fear. He screams out with fury, calling out the Demigod. Fry swears he'll survive this living nightmare, just to smash that smug divine face into the dirt. Frey's eyes widen, man's shook. Something unexpected just hit him hard. Suddenly, a blinding light appears, like something divine just interrupted the nightmare. Meanwhile, back in the real world, Fry, who's supposed to be dead, opens his eyes with blood on the floor. Man's still alive, and clearly not okay. Let's just die instead. Fry is completely crushed. He's lost all hope, and now he's literally surrendering to the darkness. That line? He's done fighting. Who is this? Who is entering my consciousness like this? The other character suddenly feels someone forcefully breaking into their mind. That suicidal act from Fry? It's now shaking someone else's mental world too. I don't blame anyone. Instead of hatred, Frey's eyes show peace. He's not angry, not blaming anyone, just letting go with quiet acceptance. She's trapped, suffocating under those creepy hands, and the voice mocks her. It's like saying, if you can't keep up, you're just going to get left behind, or worse. Meanwhile, the other guy's losing it. He's blaming himself, feeling like everything that's gone wrong is on him. And now he's fully breaking down. He sees himself as the failure, the one born without wings, never meant to soar in this twisted world. Bro's been trapped in the dark for who knows how long, He's straight up wondering if it's been centuries or thousands of years. Time doesn't even make sense anymore. But then a voice cuts through, questioning if that's really the truth. Next, we shift to memories of people from his past looking down on him, calling him useless, even doubting if he belongs to the Blake family at all. People around him keep whispering like he's a walking L, the disgrace of the academy. Then this smug dude walks up and straight up tells him to drop dead. No remorse, no filter. And the worst part? One of them even smirks and says if they were in his shoes, they'd already off themselves. Yeah, this bullying's on a whole other level. Surrounded and broken, the boy snaps back. He's done taking judgment from people who don't even know him. Collapsed, exhausted, and defeated, he lies still. But the real nightmare's just standing up behind him. That demonic figure stretches its limbs again, and this time, it looks like it's reaching out for something or someone. The seal's breaking and no one knows why. Dude's power is leaking like a glitch in reality. The moment the kid entered his mind, it felt like someone opened the window in a dark room. Hope just slipped in. Even beaten and bleeding, there's this weird calm in his eyes, like he's found a reason to keep breathing. The kid's completely done, laying there, bleeding, broken, and mentally crushed. But right then, out of nowhere, the sealed dude walks up, calmly touches his head like he's recognizing the pain. The boy's eyes tear up, not from fear, but from a quiet wish. A final thought. If I ever get a second shot at life, I don't want to be this weak again. That right there is the start of something different. The kid's last wish is simple. He just wants to break free, to fly high, and leave all this pain behind. Then boom. Out of nowhere, this absolute gigachad of a figure shows up, glowing with raw power like he's the embodiment of that wish. And just like that, the kid opens his eyes, shocked, like he's looking at a miracle he never thought he'd see. Bro's just kneeling there, try to process everything that just happened like it's a bad dream. He looks at his hands, completely shook like, wait, what even am I now? His eyes widen. Something's glowing. Something changed. And now, reality is hitting him harder than any punch ever did. The boy, once broken and on his knees, slowly rises to his feet. No hesitation, no fear, just silent resolve. He stands tall, eyes burning with clarity. That same wee kid? He's gone. A voice echoes, I'm finally back. And yeah, not just back from a nap. We're talking 4,000 years of silence, shattered. The seal, broken. The real monster, just woke up. Fry Blake, the literal weakest dude on the planet. A walking L. But plot twist, inside him, Lucas Trauman. Yeah, the Lucas, the strongest mage who ever existed. Now, this man is done playing around. He's tying that hair back. It's no longer Blake time, it's comeback season. And what's the first move? Tearing off that pathetic weakling's identity. New life, new name, same beast. He's no longer the same person. Lucas is now fully in control of Frey's body. He walks toward the window with a calm but serious energy. This isn't just about survival anymore. Lucas is about to take this weak life and turn it into something unstoppable. Frey gave him freedom, and in return, Lucas is going to give him wings. Lucas throws the window open, stepping into the moonlight like it's a stage now. He points up at the sky, calling out the name that fuels his rage, Demigod, the so-called divine being. With fire in his voice, he warns them. It won't take long. Payback's coming. Lucas stares them down through the stars. See you soon, Demigod. That's not a promise. That's a threat. The moon's out, the village is dead silent, and the tower looms like a memory that refuses to fade. Calm before the storm vibes. Our boy just dipped from the house and stepped into the woods. Energy already starting to hum around him. Something's about to pop off. Lucas straight up goes Super Saiyan, shirt off, lightning swirling, aura blazing like he's summoning a god-tier spell. Dude's in full focus mode. But just when he's getting into it, reality hits. This body, Frey's, isn't built for his full power. It's like trying to run a supercomputer on potato battery. He focuses, gathering every bit of energy he can to rebuild his foundation and draw in mana. His face drips with sweat, but he refuses to give up. His eyes burn with determination. To fight a demigod, I need my full power back. No, I need to be even stronger than before. He stands calm, mana swirling around his body like it's answering his call. He reminds himself, don't rush, this is the moment I've been waiting for 4,000 years. With steady resolve, he whispers, discard your urge. Quell your rage. His eyes snap open, glowing with raw power. Mana bursts around him, his strength rising like a storm. He realizes with a smirk, looks like I've hit 5-star. His eyes widen as pain suddenly shoots through his body. He coughs up blood, his body unable to handle the surge of power. Then boom, a violent burst of energy erupts, throwing him into chaos. Gasping for air, he drops to his knees, his body rejecting all the filth inside. He grits his teeth. I need to force these impurities out. With a roar, he pushes his body to the limit. I need to vomit it all out, every last drop. He lets out a deafening scream as a massive surge of mana explodes from his body. Meanwhile, the academy grounds are calm, students going about their day, unaware of what just happened. Two students meet. One greets the other, asking why he's here so early. One of the students smirks, saying he was too excited for class to even wait. They joke about Fry, warning not to break his fragile body, while laughing about how badly they beat him yesterday. Another chimes in, recalling how he saw Fry in the infirmary, running off with a bunch of sleeping pills. They mock Fry even further, saying he probably tried to end his life with sleeping pills. Laughing it off, they even start betting on whether he'd actually go through with it, throwing around lunch tickets like it's a game. But at that exact moment, a sudden burst of light breaks out nearby, grabbing everyone's attention. Breathing hard, he mutters, "Damn, just how much did I vomit?" His eyes widen as he looks around, stunned by what he sees. He stares at the massive pool before him. All of this was inside this boy's body. He glances at the academy, muttering, "Looks like you've had your fair share of troubles. Not as much as me, though." His stomach growls and he sighs, I'm starving." Meanwhile, over at the Westrot Academy trainee canteen, students line up for their meals. Students freeze, staring in shock as they watch Fry eat like a beast. Whispers spread. What's with him? Did he not eat for a whole week or something? Fry doesn't care, stuffing his face. He blurts out with his mouth full, "Whoa, this soup is fire." Frey's stuffing his face, grinning. "Man, after 4,000 years, everything tastes like heaven." Whispers start. Wait, is that Fry Blake? No way. Meanwhile, he's too busy enjoying food, saying it's melting in his mouth. Later, walking through the academy halls, he sighs, "Seriously, do I really have to attend classes with kids when I'm technically 4,000 plus 50 years old?" Lucas is like, "Man, I can't just rely on Frey's dusty knowledge. That 4,000-year gap? Way too wide to ignore." He narrows his gaze, thinking, time to study how this world rolls nowadays. Gotta catch up fast. As he walks, a chilling presence looms behind him, the shadow of something terrifying with glowing red eyes, watching his every move. So here's what's going down. Frey's not stressing anymore. He's calm, collected, and dead serious. He reminds himself not to rush things. Patience is key right now. The next moment, he strolls into the classroom, all eyes instantly turning on him. The energy shifts, and you can feel everyone low-key waiting to see what he's about to pull. The room goes quiet as everyone stares. They can't believe Fry actually showed up. His so-called classmates, the ones who bet on his life, are frozen for a moment. But then one of them scoffs, loud enough for everyone to hear, already celebrating 10 free lunch tickets. Another one slams the desk, furious. He yells out, "Seriously? That loser couldn't even get suicide right." Fry, calm as ever, just keeps walking forward, his presence alone flipping the vibe of the entire room. Frey's just standing there calm, while the class clown yells about losing his bet, already pissed off. Close up on Frey's eyes. He's locked in. No fear, just focus. He steps forward, planting his foot down like, "All right, let's end this." Now he's face to face with Jack, standing tall, while Jack sits back with a cocky grin. Jack leans in with that smug smile and says, "Finally here, buddy?" Fry looks at him confused, like, "Wait, did he just call me buddy?" The other guy smirks, clearly enjoying messing with him. Then Fry, dead serious, just goes, "Fry." This bulky dude grabs Frey's head and demands, "Gimme 10 lunch tickets," like he owns him. He blames Fry for losing his tickets, acting all high and mighty, telling him to pay it back. Frey's inner voice, though, he's already thinking, "Who the hell are you to touch my head?" Fry clocks it instantly. This guy isn't a friend. Just another typical bully, the kind that exists in every era. Bro grabs Fry by the face, but Frey's low-key confused. Why is his body trembling right now? Then he realizes, wait, trembling? Over a clown like this guy? No way. Meanwhile, the bully's too busy yelling about his lost lunch tickets to notice the storm that's about to break loose. Bro straight up catches the bully's hand mid-swing like, "Not today." With one smooth move, he eats the dude back like he weighs nothing. Everyone's jaw drops. They can't believe what they just saw. Like, yo, did Fry really just do that? The girl notices Fry and realizes he's standing face to face with the very people who pushed him into despair. Fry stays calm, recognizing them as the ones who made him give up on life before. One of the bullies clicks his tongue, clearly annoyed, while muttering how Frey's eyes alone are enough to piss him off. Jack charges in with full rage, ready to throw hands like he owns the place. But Fry? He's calm. He's already powering up, mana swirling around his arm like it's second nature. In the blink of an eye, Fry slams Jack to the ground, completely flipping the script and leaving everyone stunned. Jack comes flying back, crashing through tables, the whole room shaking as everyone watches in shock. He's left slumped against the wall, barely holding himself together while the air still crackles with leftover energy. Jack looks up and sees Fry standing there calm and collected, radiating pressure like he's the boss of the room now. Everyone's freaking out after Jack just got sent flying. They're like, "Bro, what just happened?" Meanwhile, Frey's just standing there chilling, hands in his pockets like nothing went down. Fry face bombs, low-key embarrassed, thinking, "Dang, why'd I go so hard on a kid?" But then he's like, whatever. Consider it a special service. You just got clapped by the strongest mage in human history. He lets out a sigh and casually strolls away while the other students stare, realizing they just witnessed something insane. Jack's eyes widen, straight up shocked. He can't believe what he just saw. He's staring at Fry, trying to process like, yo, did Fry actually do that just now? Meanwhile, the rest of the class is losing it. Everyone's staring with their jaws dropped, because the Fry they knew wasn't supposed to be capable of something like this. Fry steps up to Isel, his calm presence shocking her as she stares wide-eyed. The tense silence breaks when a stern voice demands to know the cause of the commotion. Everyone turns as Professor Dio enters, his composed aura instantly shifting the atmosphere. Jack suddenly collapses, and everyone around starts panicking. Professor Dio checks Jack and realizes something's off. He finds traces of martial skills infused with mana lingering on Jack's body, proof that Fry isn't the same weakling everyone thought he was. Professor Dio's eyes are bugging out. He's shook. He's straight up thinking, there's no way someone this cracked exists, not even among us professors. Dude's pacing through the courtroom vibes classroom, scanning the room like, yo, who even is this monster? New Professor Kevin steps up, trying to keep the vibes calm. He lets everyone know Jack's just knocked out, not dead, and class is still on. Meanwhile, the students are just trying to process all that chaos from earlier. Class just started and this one creepy teacher's already scanning the room like he's up to no good. The dude's face screams weird vibes only. And yeah, he confirms it. Man's over here sniffing the air and loving it way too much because apparently the class has more female students this time. Total red flag energy. Then boom, his eyes lock on one student in particular. Isabel. She's focused, reading her book, totally unaware that this crusty old man just mentally highlighted her like a rare Pokemon card. Kevin's out here scanning the room like it's a buffet, but something suddenly catches his attention and wipes that smug look right off his face. He locks eyes with someone unexpected. Fry, the dude who is always quiet, now calmly reading like he's got nothing to prove. The girls instantly pick up on Kevin's creep vibes. One whispers about how much she can't stand him, calling out his nasty habit of smiling like a weirdo at female students. The other warns her to chill and avoid eye contact unless she wants to end up on Kevin's target list. Fry looks up, low-key confused as this weird dude starts walking up to him like he owns the room. Professor Kevin pulls up with the most passive-aggressive energy, fake smiling like, "Oh wow, Fry, you actually showed up? Since when do you even care about class?" Fry just stares him down, silent, blank face, not even wasting energy to respond. He's like, "Bro, you don't even exist in my world right now." Professor Kevin starts ranting. Man thinks Fry was some delicate nerd secretly studying hard, but turns out Frey's been ditching classes. The professor's confused and salty at the same time. Frey's just chilling with his prayer hands, smiling like he's the most innocent guy alive. Says, "Please be lenient, I was just busy," like he didn't just vanish from classes for days. The students in the back are whispering. They're like, "Ugh, how gross." Turns out Kevin's been bullying Fry every time he showed up. No wonder Fry ghosted class. They're literally spilling the tea in real time. The professor's like, "Oh, really? Something more important than my class?" Acting all smug. Fry just smiles and plays it cool, saying he's a sensitive kid and got caught up in other stuff. No big deal. Meanwhile, the whole class is trying not to laugh. The dude's roasting himself without even knowing it. And now they're worried he's going to go full rage mode on someone. The professor's trying to act calm, but that smug tone? Yeah, he's definitely salty. He repeats Frey's words like he's letting it slide, but you can tell he's cooking something petty. And boom, he turns around with that fake smile. Man's got a whole grudge growing on his face. You know when someone says, "I'm not mad," but their face says otherwise? That's exactly this. The other students? Already writing Fry off like a dead man walking. He got marked, one says. They know what's coming. It's not just a question, it's a setup. Frey's about to get grilled hard. The professor throws down a challenge. He's setting up a quiz on the spot. But there's a twist. If Fry fumbles even one question, he'll have to take full responsibility for his earlier attitude. And now, with a smug look on his face, the professor begins. First question incoming. The room's holding its breath. The professor hits Fry with a trivia question, expecting him to fumble. Name 3 items used by the magic warrior King Cassigen. But Fry? He pauses and repeats the name like he just heard something off. His eyes go wide. Did you say? Cassigen. Yeah, that name definitely hit different. All right, we're jumping way back, like 4,000 years ago back. Ancient vibes incoming. We see someone standing solo on a cliff, staring into the wild jungle like they're about to drop a legendary backstory or some god-tier power reveal. Boom, dude's built like a myth. Ripped, back-turned, cables or tubes hooked to him, and that wild hair says one thing. This man is not normal. Looks like the legend of Cassigen is about to begin. This man just clenched his fist, and boom, pure energy starts building up like he's about to blow the whole forest off the map. Now he's fully powered up, flames erupting around his body like he's unlocked some god-tier transformation. And then, boom, he launches straight into the air, blasting through the mountainside with a shockwave that screams, "Don't mess with me." The second that fist lit up, you knew something was coming, and yeah, it did. Dude charged up his energy, fists glowing, aura blazing, and let out a punch that literally tore through the mountainside like it was made of paper. A massive energy wave erupts, twisting through the forest, shredding everything in its path. Trees, rocks, the whole landscape gone. Next thing you know, there's just a crater, and our guy, standing in the middle of it like, "Yeah, I did that." Total flex. The dude lets out a deep sigh after dropping that insane move. But before he can cool off, someone from behind starts roasting him for going overboard, like, "Bro, chill out. You trying to wipe out the whole mountain range?" And yeah, they even throw in some guilt trip about homeless wild animals. Then boom, Lucas pulls up, calm and composed, casually throwing his name into the mix like he's about to drop some wisdom or heat. Cassigen stands firm, staring off with that cold, composed energy. It's been a long time, and someone just dropped his name like it meant something, and trust me, it does. Meanwhile, he's out here throwing punches like it's his morning coffee routine. No chill, just pure discipline while someone else watches, low-key unimpressed. Lucas, his old friend, is straight up tired. Man came all this way, and Cassian's out here, still grinding. He's like, bro, you serious right now? I came to catch up, not watch a training montage. So Cassian's still throwing hands like it's a religion. Dude's out here doing martial arts while casually telling his homie, yeah, I made tea. Go drink. Priorities, right? Meanwhile, Lucas is just done, sipping that tea like it's therapy, mumbling, how's this guy supposed to get married when his only personality trait is punching stuff? Then it flips. Cassian throws shade back like, you're no better, you don't get women either, and Lucas just snaps. Full-on pointing, yelling, bro, don't project your problems onto me, I'm fine. Bro's literally walking like he's on a mission from the heavens, muttering some monk-level wisdom about love messing with your chi. Lucas is fed up. Cassian starts his philosophical rant, but Lucas shuts it down real quick like, spare me, bro. I've heard this sermon on repeat. And this man Cassian really said martial artists should treat women like rocks. Actual rocks. Somebody stop him before he writes a book. Lucas drops the big title bomb. He's the great mage. Man casually flexes his status mid-convo while still chilling on the porch like it's nothing. Cassian falls into deep thought. You can tell something heavy is brewing in his mind, probably processing that magic talk or some history between them. Lucas just stares off, quiet but intense. The vibe shifts, like both of them know what's coming next ain't just tea and small talk. As long as she's cute, I'm chill with rocks too. Bro really just gave up mid-argument and told him to drink tea like it's the ultimate solution. Man's holding back tears like he's just witnessed the most tragic love story ever. But it's probably over tea and dumb talk. Jump cut to the academy. Everyone's roasting Cassian. Musclehead turned legend after 4,000 years? They're losing it over how the guy who only knew how to punch became a global icon. The teacher pulls up on Fry mid-lesson, all smug like he caught him slipping. What's wrong, Fry? Can't answer. Bro really thinks he's doing something. The classmates? Already gave up hope. One's like, yeah, he's done for, while the other's questioning why they're even expected to know info that's not in the actual records. Fair point. She peeps the teacher flexing his useless trivia and rolls her eyes hard. Like, here we go again, this creep just wants to show off in front of the class. Isabel steps in and calls out the professor, saying sorry for butting in, but she's not letting that slide. She stands her ground, pointing out the professor's question has nothing to do with what they've actually studied. Straight facts, no fear. The other students are whispering, confused, and low-key shocked. Isabel just did something none of them had the guts to. Bro's in shock. He can't believe Isabel's pretty face came with military-grade vocabulary. Straight up baffled. Professor Kevin steps in like, trainee Isabel, and you already know he's about to either roast her or shut her down. Isabel claps back with facts. She calls out that Cassian wasn't a real magician. Man was just a buff martial artist using mana as a protein shake. Basically, not magic, just gym buffs with glitter. The professor hears Isabel's statement and starts walking down the stairs like it's about to get real. Dude looks bothered. He walks right up and stops in front of her. You can feel the tension. One step away from drama. Now he's face-to-face with Isabel and throws the heat. Basically says, so you calling every magic warrior practitioner trash, or what? He's twisting her words to check if she's got the guts to stand her ground. Isabel keeps her cool and responds without flinching. She's like, nah, I'm not trying to insult anyone. I just think you're interpreting it all wrong. The class is shook. Everyone's looking like, yo, did she really just say that? Even the girl with the bangs is confused, and the chill guy in the back just drops a quiet, insulting, boom. A memory or spirit vision kicks in. Cassian, the muscle monster himself, lights up like a supernova, screaming, Lucas, you dare call me anything but a magician? Lucas, meanwhile, is just remembering how Cassian used to flip out whenever someone called him a magic warrior. Dude would throw hands instantly. Professor's got that ho-ho energy. Man's ego just got challenged, and he's trying to process it without short-circuiting. Isabel's eyes pop off. She's not backing down. Girl knows she just sparked something big. Bro just switched from professor to creeper mode. Grabs her arm and hits her with the "come debate in my lab" line. Nah, fam. That's not how a debate works. Red flag, energy detected. Isabel shoves his hand away with force and yells, "Please stop this." Things just escalated fast, and not in a good way. The professor plays victim, pretending to be shocked. "I didn't think you'd be this disrespectful," he says, as if he didn't just act out of pocket a second ago. Instead of backing off, he doubles down and throws a question right back at her. "If you know so much, why don't you answer then?" He starts listing Cassigen's gear like it's a trivia show. The Tiger King's glove, the Giant's belt, and the Gale necklace. Lucas just chilling like it's no big deal, saying Cassigen was a minimalist and only carried 3 items. Bro really thinks he's dropping facts. Then he casually throws shade like, "I told him to dress better, but man didn't listen." That necklace? Mad outdated. He's out here judging fashion like he's in vogue. Lucas looks around, clearly confused by the dead silence. The whole class stares at him like he just said the dumbest thing ever. He panics a little and goes, "What? Am I wrong?" The teacher finally admits it. "Yup, she's right." That hit him harder than expected. And phrase celebrating like he just won a championship. Dude's acting like he's never been right in his life. Meanwhile, the rest of the class is straight up confused. They're like, "What's up with Fry today?" Man's off his rocker. The professor hits her with a classic passive-aggressive line, basically calling her rude in the most formal way possible. Without warning, man straight up grabs Isabel's wrist. Yeah, things just escalated real fast. He orders her to follow him to his lab, like he's still got authority. Isabel's face says it all. This is mad uncomfortable and way out of line. Lucas just side-eyes silently, clearly not buying what's going down. He's watching and calculating. He speaks up from the back like, "Yo, Professor Kevin, you know this one, right?" He's quoting the OG Cassigen like it's common knowledge. And boom, he drops the quote. "Love and affection?" Yeah, Cassigen said that's a whole distraction for real martial artists. Everyone's caught off guard. Like, did he just throw philosophy in class? This professor really just said martial artists gotta treat women like rocks. Yeah, man's stuck in the Stone Age. And he keeps doubling down, basically calling anyone who catches feelings a beast with no self-control. Bruh, chill. But Lucas? Lucas just trolls him back. Dude's like, "Oh nah, I was just quoting Cassigen. That's all. No hidden meaning." Straight savage. Fry smirks and throws shade, saying maybe Cassigen wasn't exactly right about everything. He mocks the professor directly, pointing out how he's still standing just fine, even after giving in to desires. The professor's eye twitches, holding in rage. That ego definitely took a hit. Everyone's jaws drop as someone yells out, "Fry Blake." This dude just caused a classroom earthquake with that one-liner. The professor looks like he's about to pop a vein, and Isabel's face says it all. Pure shock, like she just witnessed a glitch in the Matrix. Now the professor's trying to roast Fry, throwing shade like, "You got one answer right, and now you're Wilden? Let's see how long that ego lasts." The professor's straight up trying to power trip. He's like, "If you mess up even once, it's on you." Whole academy's watching, basically throwing down a threat masked as a lecture. But Fry? Bro just tilts his head and goes, "Next question." No panic, no sweat. Just pure chill and zero respect for the intimidation. Everyone's jaws hit the floor. They're straight up shook. No one's ready. Eyes wide, hands on heads like they just witnessed a crime. And the main squad? Frozen. Processing what just happened like their brains need a software update. Everyone in the room's jaws hit the floor. Fry answered everything right without even blinking. The professor straight up can't believe what he's seeing. Even stuff most teachers don't know. Fry just flexed on all of them. And then boom, Fry, the so-called worst trainee, is just casually vibing and says it's lunchtime like he didn't just break the academic system. Fry casually slams his hand on the desk and calls out the professor, all calm and collected. He leans in with that smug energy basically saying, "This quiz was fun and all, but I'm starving. Got more questions or nah?" Meanwhile, the professor is straight up spiraling. He's sweating bullets, thinking, how the hell does this kid know stuff from 4,000 years ago? Fry just hit him with that smug, "I know more than y'all combined" look. Silent flex, no words needed. Everyone's either sweating bullets or low-key panicking. These profs realizing, yo, this dude might not be normal. Class ends. Fry dips with the most nonchalant thanks for everything, while the teacher's still stuck in shock. Bro's only thinking about food now. Priorities. Bro's in shock, still trying to mentally reboot after Frey's quiz domination. His whole worldview just glitched. She's still frozen. That look says, did I just witness a plot twist in real life? Scene switches outside. Calm skies, peaceful vibes, but inside that building, chaos just unfolded. Frey's just casually vibing out the classroom, humming about food like he didn't just shake the whole academy. Red-haired girl Loki follows him and goes, "You heading for lunch?" Trying to start convo. Fry turns, sees her, and now they're both just awkwardly standing there. One hungry, one flustered, and neither knowing what to say next. Fry just glances at her with that blank, not interested stare like she's background noise. She's standing there, low-key waiting for him to say something, anything. But nah, man stays silent. He straight up walks off, humming about food like nothing just happened. Girl's jaw dropped. She's stunned like, did he just ghost me in 4K? Now she's locked in. That look says, I bet. Watch me. She steps forward, determined, like she just made it her personal mission to figure this guy out. Frey's just vibing his way to lunch, humming like he aced an exam without even trying. Redhead girl sees him walking off and decides to follow, maybe to talk, maybe out of curiosity, who knows. She calls out, but Fry doesn't even flinch. Cold shoulder level, maxed out. Now she's just staring, confused and kinda offended. Cut to her catching up, girl's not backing down. Fry turns around like, yo, why are you stalking me? And she's just like, chill, I'm heading to lunch too. Fry points at her like, yo, why you talk like that? It's mad weird. And she just stands there unbothered, calmly dropping, it's a family heritage. Please be understanding. Bro was expecting a roast battle, but got a whole cultural legacy instead. Scene change. New building shot. The calm before the feast. Students swarming in, stomachs on a mission. Boom. Next frame is a food coma waiting to happen. Plates stacked with everything from bread to meat to desserts. Fry about to feast like a reincarnated emperor. Redhead girl's jaw drops, seeing the mountain of food. She's like, bro, you ever gonna eat all that? MC's already munching, chillin'. Says try starving for 4,000 years, then we'll talk. Meanwhile, she's still trying to process that number. While she's trying to ask deep questions, MC shuts it down mid-bite like, nope, not your biz. Also, why you tailing me, huh? Straight savage. She's trying to save face like, don't get the wrong idea. Okay? There weren't many seats left, but bro's too deep in his meat mountain to care. She leans in, low-key curious now. How do you even know so much about the light ages? And MC just deadpants back. Light ages? Like he wasn't just dropping ancient lore a minute ago. MC goes full history teacher mode. Drops the bomb. 4,000 years ago, when the four great masters were running the game. That era? Peak magic. Brightest era in magecraft. Girls sitting there like, wait, how the hell would you know that? Johan's still munching, completely chill while the convo's going on. He sighs mid-bite like, bro, seriously? The girl drops the bomb. Magecraft's been regressing for 4,000 years instead of evolving. Johan's brain goes full detective mode. He's starting to suspect a demigod's behind this mess. The girl's standing there speechless, clearly not expecting that whole demigod might have interfered drop. Then boom, flashback time. We get hit with the big names. The legend himself, Magic Warrior King Cassigen, the genius Great Sage Schweitzer, and the chaotic Black Witch Iris. And last but not least, the one who shook the whole mage world, Lucas Trollman. The strongest, and the guy our MC clearly wants to catch up to. Ask ChatGPT. Isabel starts praising her old master, calling him a great and incredible man. Then she casually drops the bomb. If he were still alive, I would have proposed to him. Fry, mid-bite, full-on chokes and spits everything out. Isabel, confused, just asks why he's laughing while he struggles to hold it together. Frey's still wheezing and laughing, calling her a kid who's not even grown yet, mocking the whole marriage thing. And Isabel? She's done. Flustered, defensive, and now yelling that she never asked for his hand. While the whole cafeteria starts gossiping like it's the hottest drama drop of the semester. The gossip squad is already on it. One dude drops the bomb. Isabel was chasing after Fry earlier. The other guy's jaw hits the floor. Wait, the Isabel? Miss Top 2 of the academy? SHE was chasing after him. They're still processing, but someone throws in, bro, even that guy David gets rejected daily. But before it gets too loud, someone shushes them, clearly not ready to get caught spilling tea. David walks in with that cold stare, and the other guys instantly panic. They know they messed up big time. The boys bolt like cowards, while David stays unbothered. Meanwhile, Isabel's going full rage mode, and Frey's just chillin', probably saying something sarcastic again. David's done with everyone's drama today. Straight up calls Fry annoying like it's just another Tuesday. While casually cutting into his food, Fry randomly brings up Professor Kevin's last question like it's still haunting him over lunch. Isabel just sits there, stunned in silence. Meanwhile, Fry's casually stuffing his face like nothing's weird. She finally speaks up, dropping the topic, Schweitzer's 3 training methods. Fry, mouth full, mumbles that like he totally forgot it existed 5 seconds ago. Isabel's dropping the cold, hard truth. She repeats Frey's answer word for word and sets the stage for what's coming next. She casually exposes the contradiction. According to what she learned, Schweitzer only had 2 training methods, not 3. Girl just pulled out receipts mid-lunch. Right when things get tense, someone walks up and slams their hand on the table. Frey's mid-bite, but now all eyes are on the interruption. Isabel drops a respectful but bold request. She wants to learn the battling method Fry mentioned earlier. Fry, still focused on devouring his bread like it's the last meal of his life, casually asks her current power stage like he's doing small talk. Isabel confidently replies, she's a competent 3-star, no hesitation. Logan straight up compliments her like, damn, you're cracked for being a 3-star your age. But Isabel's not letting that slide. She's like, you don't talk like someone our age. You sound ancient. Logan drops the bomb. That's 'cause I am. Been around way too long. She's staring dead serious and asks, are we the same age? Meanwhile, this dude's chugging the soup like it's his last meal. He hits her with a mysterious, well, yes and no, while still stuffing his face like a food vacuum. She's low-key confused. Bro leans back, totally full and satisfied. Girl stands up, shocked by how he cleared all the plates like a black hole. Logan finishes stacking his 100th plate like it's no big deal and casually tells her to take her time eating. But the redhead's not done. She hits him with a big weight. She leans in, dead serious now, pressing him about the so-called battling method he mentioned earlier. No way she's letting that slide. Logan, still calm and chill, just goes, read books. Then drops the real line. He's not working off theories or fancy teachings. He's got raw experience. That's it. My drop moment. Everyone's jaws hit the floor. They're straight up shook. No one's ready. Eyes wide, hands on heads like they just witnessed a crime. And main squad? She repeats it, trying to make sense of it. Not knowledge. Experience? Like what? And boom, her eyes widen. That hit different. She's shook. As a silver-haired dude casually walks away with a tower of plates, she's left staring at his back, whispering to herself, just who are you? All right, it's battle time. The professor announces today's class is a 1v1 magic training match. No theory, just straight-up action. But to keep things fair, they're locking everyone to 1-star magic only. No overpowered nonsense. And one student in the back, he's been waiting for this. Finally, his time to shine. He steps up, serious face on. No words, just pure focus. His eyes say it all. He's ready to prove something. There's a storm brewing behind that stare. Isabel's trying to figure out what battling really means, still kind of confused by that vague explanation. The professor's laying down the rules. This isn't playtime. It's a real fight, and you're on your own if you get hurt. Logan notices something off and mutters, "That professor," while Isabel looks at him, puzzled. Ask ChatGPT. Isabel connects the dots and asks, "Are you talking about Professor Jane?" Dude deadass says she's gorgeous. Straight up, Isabel loses it. She's like, "Bro, are you for real right now?" She can't believe he's crushing on someone in her 40s. Logan is straight up blushing like a teen, grinning wide, and saying Professor Jane is just gorgeous. Meanwhile, Isabel's soul is quietly leaving her body in disbelief. Logan keeps doubling down, telling Isabel she should take notes. This is what peak beauty looks like. My guy is dead serious. Isabel just gives up and roasts him. Even your taste in women is old. She's completely done. The training ground's heating up. Instructor calls out the first match. It's David versus Fry. Yep, this is about to get serious. Both step up with that classic anime stare down. No words, just straight up tension in the air. It's giving rivals with history. Their steps echo across the arena. David breaks the silence first, casually asking how Frey's feeling, acting all chill. Fry doesn't play it cool though, he's honest. Says the wait's been torture. You can already tell he's not here to mess around. David and Fry step into the arena for their 1v1 magic battle. And right off the bat, Frey's got that intense, "I've been waiting for this moment" energy. David's throwing on the friendly act, chatting it up, but you can tell Frey's not really in the mood. His face says it all. Meanwhile, David's eyes drift toward Professor Jane, who's just casually watching. And now he's distracted, like mid-battle mindset totally compromised. The crowd goes wild, total chaos energy. Everyone's shocked to the core. That KYK wasn't just for drama. Something wild just went down. Fry straight up dips the professor like they're in a romance drama. Dude's acting like he's been reborn just to meet her. The class? Shook. The professor? Speechless. And Fry goes full anime prince mode. Whispers, "Do not worry," like he's got the whole situation under control. Bro's got main character energy unlocked. Redhead girl's mentally short-circuiting. She just heard the wildest pickup line masked as spiritual wisdom. Her face says, "Bro, what dimension are you even on?" And now, boom, Fry hits her with a cinematic zoom in and drops the ultimate Riz bomb, asking the professor out on a date like it's the finale of a romance anime. The professor's about to explode. She's clinging onto the last thread of professionalism, yelling to get back in position. But Fry? He's still flirting like this is a K-drama, not a magic battle class. Fry throws down the boldest challenge ever. He says if he wins the match, Professor Jane has to go on a dinner date with him. The entire squad in the back, freaking out. David can't even hold back. He's cracking up, thinking Frey's completely lost it. And now he's clowning Fry hard, mocking him for barely managing 1-star spells while he's rocking 3 stars like it's nothing. This just turned into way more than a regular match. She hits him with a playful wink and finally gives in. "All right, if you win, I'll treat you to dinner." Yup, she's falling for the charm just a little. Our boy turns around cool as hell and seals the deal with a confident, "That's a promise." Man's already acting like he won. She stumbles back, trying to act like she's still got it together, but that blush says otherwise. She's low-key flustered and maybe, just maybe, kinda into it now. Frey's got that smirk on his face like he knows exactly what he's doing, and it's driving her nuts. She's walking away, literally trying to shake off her feelings. Like, nope, not catching feelings for this smooth talker. David's just standing there, looking at Fry like, "Bro, are you actually insane?" Dude can't even believe what he just witnessed. Fry throws a playful jab, teasing the other guy about his unexpected taste in women. He then swings his sword dramatically and asks if his buddy begged her to cancel the match. The red-haired dude's eye sharpens with that, "I'm done with this nonsense" energy. You can feel the shift. Something's about to go down. David walks up with fake concern, acting all chill and smug. "Yo, looks like you had a good sleep. But do you even get what you signed up for?" He suddenly switches to full psycho mode, smirking like a villain. "Let me break it down. First, Your vocal cords are gone. Frey's standing there, chilling like he's listening to weather news. David goes on, then I'll snap your limbs one by one. You won't even be able to cry for help. Sounds like a blast, right? David walks up with full villain energy and drops the final warning. Today's the last day Frey's walking without a limp. But Fry? Unbothered. He just casually says he doesn't think a one-star spell can even do that kind of damage. David's like, you'll see why, and flexes that ego, because I'm David. The match is officially on, and the crowd's hyped. Fry and David step into the arena, tension thick. David wastes zero time. He smirks and chants Stone Rage. Instantly, the ground cracks open, rocks surge up, and the real battle begins. David's going full anime protagonist mode, flexing hard with Stone Rage. The arena's literally shaking from the magic he's unleashing. The crowd is shook. Stone Rage ain't just any spell. They're panicking like, he's actually using that. Meanwhile, this dude in the stands is just chilling, arms crossed, probably thinking, let's see how long that ego holds up. She realizes something's off, and her whole soul drops. Panic mode activated. She storms up to Professor Jane, like, hello? You said no strong spells. What is this madness? But Jane just drops a calm bomb. He didn't break the rules. Yup, loophole energy. She's losing it. Absolutely baffled how that spell didn't count as cheating. Dude hits her with it's a family-exclusive flex. Only heirs can whip this one out. Vision magic. Straight-up legacy move. Then boom, he drops the twist. It's crack-level magic, but if the right conditions are met, even a one-star newbie can use it. Loophole mastered. Yoan pulls up like, seriously? Vision magic? That's your flex? He's not impressed. Dude straight up calls him out for using a family legacy move just to act like a schoolyard bully. The other guy's ego's inflating fast. He's all smug, standing in a swirl of magic like, what? You scared now. He thinks he's already won. Yoan just shrugs it off, unfazed. Nah, not really. Like, bro, he's been through way worse. This is light work. Yohan casually flexes with a simple spell, whispering, magic missile, like it's no big deal. The whole crowd's jaws drop. Everyone's like, wait, what the hell did we just witness? And Yohan? Just standing there, all chill, admiring his own glow like, yeah, this is light work. This dude's straight up losing it, laughing like crazy. He just heard Frey's using magic missile and thinks it's the dumbest thing ever. Bro's out here acting like a final boss, summoning Stone Rage like he's invincible. Meanwhile, Frey's just chillin' with a single magic missile in hand. Like, really? But Fry? Calm as ever. No extra moves. Just clenching that fist like he's about to make magic missile hit different. Fry casually snaps his fingers like he's about to drop a beat. Boom! Magic missile slices clean through the giant stone spell like it's made of paper. Everyone's like, what just happened? The cocky dude who was all smug a second ago? Yeah, he's getting launched back like a ragdoll, completely wrecked by that one-shot spell. Dude gets blasted in the face with that magic missile like he just caught hands from a lightning god. Next second, he's airmailed across the battlefield. No brakes, no dignity. Slammed midair, magic still chewing through him, like bruh's whole soul's getting fried in 4K. And boom, dude crash lands like a sack of regret. Lying there, limbs twitching, eyes spinning straight up folded. He talked all that smack, and now he's the floor's new decoration.